right? As my hair is coming in white, I am trying to manipulate my hair less. So I wanted to share that journey with you, share my progress with you, show you what it looks like, and just kind of share a little bit with you. Okay, so if you are interested in that topic, stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining me today. So let's go ahead and get into the topic. I shared last week that I was manipulating my hair less because, my body is changing, has changed, and I noticed that my hair has changed as well. I have made the vow, at least to this point, to manipulate my locks less. Now, I have got to be clear on this because this is why I wanted to do this video. Manipulating my hair less does not mean no maintenance, okay? This is a topic that I'm highly, highly, highly passionate about. Low maintenance does not mean no hair care, because when we get the idea of I don't have to do anything to my hair because it's braided or locked or whatever, we can run into issues. Okay, because if the hair is weaved or a wig or braid or held back or even tensioned for so long, that can, it can cause some issues down the road. So it's important to understand that low maintenance for me does not mean no hair care. Okay, what that means for me is that I am palm rolling less. So what is a retwist? For those of you who are not familiar with locks, perhaps you have a friend of color and you are always curious and you're not quite sure, you don't want to ask, you definitely don't want to put your hands in someone's hair, and you're not quite sure what a retwist is. You came to the right place. So what is a retwist? A retwist is refreshing the root, okay, of a lock. Now, having locks does not mean that I do not wash my hair. I do not shampoo, because I used to be a licensed cosmetologist and I was trained not to say we don't wash our hair, we shampoo our hair. Okay, so having locks does not mean that I don't shampoo my hair. Having locks means I don't detangle my hair. Can someone put that in the comment section? Because it is assumed that individuals that have locks are just not clean, not sophisticated, just a bunch of, I don't know, animals running around. And so, not that I have anything against animals, they are all my relations as well. However, just because you have locks, that does not mean that you're not sophisticated. It doesn't mean that you are unlearned. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means that your hair is matted, is tangled, okay? And it's styled that way. It means that your hair is styled to tangle, okay? So in order to condition my hair or to train my hair to tangle, I palm roll, okay? So that means that as I shampoo my hair and it's wet, I take it here, I take my palms and I turn it this way, right? And then what happens is you see the nice clean parts, all right? That is what a retwist is. Now, as I was stating before in the last video, that I am manipulating my hair less, okay? Now, I've done this before throughout my lock journey where I just kind of let it fro out or let it just kind of get nice and full, and I actually love that. I love the look, and I'm going back and doing that again because I want to give my gray hair, white hair time to just really come in. And I also want to just give my edges a break. I am celebrating new edge growth here. And so I'm giving my hair a break, okay? But now I also want to make mention that I shampoo my hair every 7 to 10 days during this time of the year. During the winter months, I shampoo my hair, but I try to go a little bit longer. I did that for the first time last year, and it did pretty well because my heat is very drying, and I found that there's no moisture in the air, and so it's really just zapping it. And so I try to preserve that moisture by just making sure that I keep it conditioned with like the castor oil or whatever blend of oils that I'm using at that time. Okay, but during the summer months, my routine changes. So during the summer month, I still use my growth oil, but I don't use it as much because my hair is already moisturized. The sebum, I'm sweating, I'm outside kicking up dirt as I'm pulling weeds and gardening and all that good stuff. So I have to make sure that I'm removing all the debris and I'm keeping my scalp clean. In order to really enjoy hair growth, one of the keys to that is keeping your scalp clean. Keeping a clean scalp, a healthy scalp, is what's going to generate new hair growth, okay? Or stimulate new hair growth. All right, so I am attempting to go without palm rolling my hair, but not washing my hair. Okay, so I'm still washing my hair, still shampooing my hair, but I'm not palm rolling my hair. So I want to share that experience with you. This is my week 4 of no palm rolling. Okay, and so I want to show you what I don't know if you can see my scalp. There is, you can see maybe a piece of hair here where they're starting to marry, and I'm going to talk about that in a bit. And you can see my locks. And I'm just combing through them so you can see them. And I want to show you my back. So this is my kitchen. Sometimes I go up a little higher and these are not non-existent. Sometimes I go a little longer and then I have baby locks. So usually these are they're not always here, right? Because I kind of cut my kitchen too high sometimes it's too low, but those are my locks. Okay, now for the front, you can see where the white hair is coming in. Maybe you can see my scalp. Now, I have been showing you my baby locks, and this is how much my hair has grown. You see? Oh my goodness, look at that. So this was a baby lock. This is how much growth has come from it. And this is called a bud. So I don't know if this is gonna stay. If I retwisted it, probably would. But I'm not doing the retwisting right now. So I'm just letting it rock. Here's another baby lock. Oh, and it is connecting to the other. It's connecting to here. So I'm gonna share with you, and you can see that one, how it's joining here. You see that? Let's see if you can see that. This one is joining. So I'm gonna have to separate that. Journey is your journey. It really is. It's your journey. So I'm sharing with you my journey, okay? Now, what I notice is that I've done this before, and I would not go longer than, I think 4 to 6 weeks, because it starts to, my hair really starts to mat together. That's what a lock is. And so I found that I'd be so busy popping those locks or pulling them apart, having to wet it and pull it out strand by strand, and that's a little more tedious than I wanted to do. So I think I'm going to do maybe once a month, or maybe I think it's going to be about once a month, or maybe every 6 weeks, but no longer than that. But I can already see that I have to make sure that I keep them separated. And so this is why low maintenance does not mean, or low manipulation does not mean no maintenance, because if I do that, my locks are going to marry. That marry means that they're going to connect and become one. And when they marry, then I'm going to have a different situation, because I'm going to have to try to figure out, do I want to have less locks, or do I want to start popping the locks? Okay. Now, there are different methods to that. I'm not here to teach a method, but what I usually do is I spray the hair and then I try to pull that strand apart. I'm trying to find one that you can see. Here's one. Okay, so here's one here. You see this lock? You see how this here is connecting? That's what it is when locks marry. So what I do is I spray the lock and make sure I get that moisture into the hair. And then what I do is I try to figure out where the strand is coming from. Is it coming from lock A or lock B? So I feel out. When it's wet, you can literally just pull the strand out. It slips right out, but you have to stay on it. And so this is why low manipulation does not mean no upkeep, because I will have free forms, and that's not the goal, because then I'm popping locks and that's just losing hair. So I'm literally having to, okay, so I was able to slide that out and separate the lock. So that I go through my hair and make sure that they're not marrying. So I just did this a few days ago, maybe 2 days ago. But I also go in and I find that my scalp, I think my hair is on the scalp, drying out the scalp or rubbing against the scalp. So I have to go in with moisture also and add some moisture back into it. Hydrate the scalp, hydrate the roots, and get in there with a little bit of, should have brought a towel, oh my goodness, with a little bit of oil as well. Now, I don't put a lot of oil because, like I said, now during the summer or during the warmer months, my hair is getting the moisture from the sebum, so I don't need a lot of oil on my scalp. And I just rub that in really good, massage that in really good. And this is my blend. It has castor oil in it as well. Keeps the hair soft, keeps it conditioned, keeps it moisturized, and keeps my edges filling in as well. So my hair care routine is not much different, other than me not palm rolling as often. Not palm rolling as often, and I'm not using the hair oil as often as well. But I still have to do it. I still have to make sure that I'm keeping the locks separated, make sure that I'm keeping them moisturized, go throughout the hair, make sure they're not marrying, make sure they're not coming together. Now, my hair pretty much grows in the lock, so I don't have a lot of hair outside of that lock. Some people's hair will have hair outside of the lock, right? Mine grows within the lock for the most part. So it's not hard for me to find my parts. That's not the issue. The issue for me is the marrying, right? And so so here's I know that's also because I'm using, or I'm brushing my hair back, and so it's connecting. But I go through to make sure that I'm separating the locks, they're not connecting, and they stay nice and healthy. So that's my routine. It's not hard, it's not complicated, it's just different. So my plan then is to do a retwist probably in a couple weeks, probably 2 weeks from now. I will assess again. Maybe I'll share that journey with you. Let me know in the comments if you would like for me to share that journey with you. But I want to do it in a way that I am minimizing how much I am retwisting, how much I'm pulling at the root. I am not going to compromise keeping my hair healthy and hydrated and clean by negating shampoos. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just manipulating less, palm rolling less. All right, so I wanted to be really clear on that. I don't subscribe to the not shampooing the hair that often, but that is me. I'm not saying that if that works for you, I want you to do what works for you. I am not here to tell you how often you need to shampoo your hair, because everyone is different. Everyone is different, okay? So what I do and what you do should be different, because we're two different individuals. Glean from my experience and apply that where you feel like you need to, right? Okay, and so I hope that this video was helpful. I know it was a little different, but I really wanted to share that with you. I wanted to make it clear, because I don't subscribe to no hair maintenance when you're doing low maintenance hairstyles. There's still hair care that needs to be done. Otherwise, that low maintenance or no maintenance is causing more harm than good. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And until next time, live beautiful.